Welcome to another episode on my walking robot Mirft2 based on the fischertechnik TXT controller. Last time I had some serious issues with signaling with the frame and walking and battery, and with some firmware as well. I'm going to address or hope to address several issues this time. One of the issues is that how shall I show it, that this part of the frame tends to be pushed inwards, as you can see the way it is now, and that makes the gear slip. Now I had thought to put square angle piece here, but that needs a major reconstruction and leave an uncertainty, because it can slide in anyway. But I can put that same 90 degrees angle piece also right here on top. So that is what I'm going to do. First I have to put the part of the frame in place, which it is almost now. Yep. And then this part right here. And then using this key or tool actually, and this way it can't get in anymore. And that's one solution. One problem solved. Another problem is this gear, and it has been suggested to put some wick, some piece of paper or plastic inside here, so it can't come off anymore. I was thinking about a less intrusive idea, which is some kind of piece straight over it, but considering this installation, that is less likely. So I guess a small piece of whichever it may be, plastic or paper, might jam it. Another point that I need to address is the length of the legs. So I will put the legs on, and this one needs to be here in this direction. This one right here, and then this one, which I certainly need to fix for now here. And you see the problem, it is certainly not of equal length in any way. So what I was thinking about, and I have tried that before, but I lacked some parts. How about this? That looks somewhat better, and if I remove this one, although this is now on top and this is on the bottom, with this part about the same height. So how to do that? That's a good question, and that is experimenting. How does that work out? Nice thing to test. When it comes to give this leg the same length or the same distance to the floor as these two legs, with respect to this gear being halfway down, with respect to these two, I thought to do this again with some reinforcing elements, connecting elements, but this is not going to work because of this. This is not going to work because of this, so the only way to do this is make it like this. And even that is not ideal, because, well, I could do it like this, of course. Moving everything like here. And that also means, with respect to this one, that it won't slide off either that way or that way. So I may try this one, and these are completely equal entire length, which was the primary reason to use this one. But they are just one length only. And when you need shorter, you have to improvise. So let me remove this one. Off goes the feet, the foot, and then, well, whichever way. Let's do it this way. And see whatever happens now. If it works out at all. That remains to be seen. And of course this one I should do the same way, although it is connected the wrong way. Well, I can turn this one for 90 degrees and have it like that. In this way. Could be. Although it can't be, because then the foot can't be connected, so I need to restructure this. So this one needs to be up here. Why is this a pain? Because I have to remove this part entirely and then like this. And then the same idea is doing it like this. Anyway, that's for the other side. Now a test here, and I can't do that prior to turning the controller on with a freshly charged battery. Hopefully that will work. And it is on the community now, on the default firmware now. So in comes the tablet. And if you've seen my previous videos, then you know that is not very easy. I just have to connect it to the DHCP server on the controller. I'm connected now, so that's good. Giving a password and I'm connected. So up to some tests. So as said, I am connected now with Mirft2 Python ready to run. And let's see what happens with the middle leg. Where's the rattling? Here is the rattling, and a lot of it. Ouch. That is not funny. So what is the rattling about? It's not this part. And let me show some light on it. These are okay. These are okay. These are okay. And these are okay. Oops, these are okay, these are okay, these are okay, and these are okay. So where's the rattling coming from? And this is okay as well. Is it the wiring again? Not really, this is absolutely fine so far. And it is really on this side. The only thing I can't see right now is the signal going from the motor or from the controller to the motor. I can only see that using an oscilloscope, which I will do next. So let me, no, I won't lift it for now, just run it again. Well, if I look at the middle leg, then the length is about right. The only thing I worry about is what I already feared. This is not going as smooth as possible. That is not nice. And that may cause a problem. And if it causes a problem here, it will do on the other side as well. How about the weight? Because you could see that I had to lift it before it started to walk. Or to move anyway. So in that respect it needs the middle leg, but this is a pain. And I have two of them, one here, red to black, and red to yellow. How to solve it? Good question. I could solve it by all these solid pieces, but it makes it a lot heavier. And I'm not waiting for more weight. Although a nice idea, but I don't think it's the solution, like I said. On the other hand, I don't think it had something to do with the gearing problem I heard. So let me remove this try-out leg and let me run it again. See whatever happens. Yeah. Where does it come from? Even now it has a problem. It is from inside. It is. Oops, I want to stop it. Now I did. It is from clearly inside. This mechanism has somehow a problem. And last time I thought it was this part of the frame, so let me check it. I think that was it. I think that is again the solution. Let me try again. Yep. It is now hardly. Oops. That was the solution. A frame error. But I need to check some more. Alright, as you can see, I am at the location of the oscilloscope now, and I have set the oscilloscope to pulse width modulation, which is exactly what the controller sends out to the motors. So I hope that everything will work. First of all, I'm going to connect using the default firmware, because the data card is still out. I have to delete this line. Now I can connect. Yes, I'm in. And what I was told recently is that the range of the firmware and now the Wi-Fi range of the new firmware 4.2.4 has been improved and increased, because they've now used the general Linux Wi-Fi code, no longer their own. So right now I don't lose contact when the distance is 2 meters or longer, which is a big improvement. Anyway, let's test this, and I've let the lag on it to see if it really causes a problem. You can see that the other side has still no lag, but let's see whatever happens. And I'll have to shift this a bit. Oops, there was something wrong. Is it better? Alright, this is not what I expect. This is unexpected. So basically, what I sent out to the motors, being these two probes here, there's nothing being sent. But why not? Let me change the time setting. And even then, this is not the pulse width that I'm looking for. The pulses that come back from the motor are okay, but when I look at these two lines, I expect pulse width and not one continuous signal. And with the Discovery robot, I see pulse width. So this is really strange. Why don't I see pulse width from the motor output? Is it timing? I can't imagine. It's 5 volts. But the time is just one continuous signal. And that doesn't make sense. If you have watched my videos on my manual and on my Discovery and on the Arduinos, I get pulse width there. Yeah, I don't. I think I will change to the community firmware and see whatever happens then. I think that will be a very good idea. And once again, I have to acknowledge the SSH connection. And yes, I was taught how to probably solve this, which I will have to do on the controller. So now I can log in. Then I will have to go here. At least I think I should do it here. No, hold on. This is embedded Linux, and I should go home. FTC, and here is an SSH. What is in SSH? Non-host, very good. Now what is in non-host? That's interesting. Only that number, and I'm not using that number on this computer. So I should change an RSA security number right here. but I will have to dive into that first. First I'm here using the firmware, and let's check that out. And yes, those were two versions that I created last time. One from the server, one I had on that other laptop, and they were a little bit different. And I had to change the addressing to auto. So let's see how this works out. The point was, it didn't move. There was no movement at all. Has that changed? Nope. That has not changed. So what to do about this? What I can do is copy the software that runs on the default firmware here and see what happens. That is the only thing I can do right now, because that's the only way I am sure that something is wrong either with the software or with the firmware. So I am logged out now, and that takes some time to do, which I will not show extensively. That is just very boring, actually. Well, boring for those who aren't interested in networking. Right, I have copied the default version, or the version that is on the default firmware, now onto the community firmware version. Took some time, but I did. And now the question is, does this actually work? And what is the result? So I'll lift it. Oh wait, yeah, right. I have to edit this version into auto, because that is also what I had to do with the others. This is like here, auto. So yeah, let me copy paste this one, insert comment, and then here auto, and that's it. Now let's see what happens. Oh, what is this? Now I really wonder what's going on. What is the difference? Line 76. is this different than, for example, this? Nope. And this? Not really. So what's wrong in line 76? If anything. Well, since this does work on the default firmware, I really have no clue what's the difference. Let me check on, right, I can move in here as well, of course. And I can compare them. Although strictly not necessary. Let me check with this one and go to line 76. And let me just check that that was the line of the error. Oh, right. Too much, so I can't check the line number anymore, but anyway. Code is very different indeed. So let me check. Yes, very different. But if I go to play sound, like here, there's no difference. It is exactly the same. So, one more thing to find out. Right. Anyway, that is for next time. For now, thank you for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel and like the video. If you you can follow me on Twitter, retweet and like, and follow me on Instagram, retweet, no, not retweet of course, but like it. Please donate to keep the videos coming your way. More information on my website. And also at the beginning of the video, I think. And this is of course going to be continued. Bye bye for now.